The ceasefire between Cambodia and Thailand was broken just hours after it took effect on 28 July 2025 due to renewed Cambodian attacks. Thailand's military accused Cambodian forces again on Wednesday of breaching the agreement at 3 separate locations along the disputed border, warning that continued aggression could compel Thai forces to respond more decisively. So why is this happening? Was the ceasefire hastily agreed to and under duress, or is it durable? Let's connect the dots. Soon after the violations, Thai officials accused Cambodia of using ancient temple ruins as shields, violating UNESCO guidelines. Cambodia denied the accusations, claiming the ceasefire is holding. At the checkpoint in Cambodia's Preah Vihear province, which had been turned into a mangled rubble of concrete, bricks and metal, Cambodian military officials told foreign observers Thailand had illegally captured 20 Cambodian soldiers.
Thai soldier, there's 2 breach of the ceasefire yesterday, and this is the case number 2 is right here where we stand and where you see the statue and the monuments. So the second breach was the Royal Cambodian Armed Forces abide by the ceasefire, no firing, no movement of troops or patrol, and of course the 3, no adding troops or movement of troops around the border area. And what happened yesterday, starting at about 0800 here, was Thai soldier actually walking in, about 6 to 7 of them, and they actually sit. They come and they just sit there, where we hold this is our territory, this is our sovereignty, and they just come and sit as shown in this picture.
The conflict between Cambodia and Thailand in 2025 is a complex mix of centuries-old territorial disputes, nationalist politics, and personal rivalries between powerful families. The root of the conflict lies in a 508-mile border drawn in 1907 by French colonial authorities when Cambodia was under French rule. Thailand disputes parts of this map, especially around ancient temples like Preah Vihear and Tham Yuen Thom, which both countries claim. In 1962, the International Court of Justice awarded Preah Vihear to Cambodia but left surrounding land ambiguous, leading to recurring clashes. The most recent clashes began in May 2025 when a Cambodian soldier was killed in a skirmish near the border, triggering a wave of retaliation. A landmine explosion in July injured Thai soldiers, prompting Thailand to accuse Cambodia of violating international treaties. Cambodia is one of the most heavily landmine-contaminated countries. The Khmer Rouge, 1975, 1979, and the subsequent Hun Sen and Heng Samrin regimes laid mines right up to the early 1990s. The tragic legacy of war, ideology, and foreign interference. There are still between 6 and 10 million unexploded landmines across Cambodia. Cambodia has one of the highest rates of amputees per capita in the world, with over 40,000 amputees. They are using hero rats to sniff them out one by one. So we have established that Cambodia is dealing with an issue of landmines. Now let's come back to the present. Thailand responded to the landmine explosion with airstrikes, and both sides exchanged heavy artillery, resulting in dozens of deaths and over 300,000 displaced civilians. There was a leaked phone call between Thai PM Paetongtarn Shinawatra and Cambodian leader Hun Sen, where Paetongtarn is calling Hun Sen uncle and criticized the Thai military, leading to her suspension. Hun Sen, the man responsible for laying hundreds of thousands of landmines during the 1980s. Both sides are using the conflict to consolidate power and stoke nationalist sentiment. Cambodia banned Thai imports, cultural content, and internet services. Thailand shut border crossings and restricted Cambodian access to utilities and travel.
First, you have the Thai military in charge. There is no civilian control of the military in Thailand. On the other side, in Cambodia, you have a dynastic dictatorship. It's really Hun Sen, Hun Manet in charge of the whole Cambodian policy with Thailand. So the likelihood, the temptation for Cambodian side, Hun Sen, to provoke is very high. And on the Thai side, the retaliation, temptation to retaliate is also very high because the military is in charge.
The ceasefire was reached thanks to regional diplomacy and international pressure. On July 28, 2025, both countries agreed to an immediate and unconditional ceasefire after emergency talks in Putrajaya, Malaysia. Malaysian Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim had a key role since Malaysia chairs ASEAN. The United States and China also played a key diplomatic role. US President Donald Trump is reported to have personally called both leaders, warning that US trade deals would be suspended if fighting continued. Both countries were facing 36% US tariffs, giving them an incentive to de-escalate.
Prime Minister Hun Manet and Acting Prime Minister Phomtam Vichayachai have expressed their positions and willingness to immediate ceasefire and return to normalcy. The United States President Donald J. Trump has been in contact with the leaders of both countries, urging the leaders to find peaceful resolution to the conflict. The Chinese side have kept close contact with Cambodia, Thailand, and Malaysia and relevant countries to actively promote dialogue, ceasefire, and restoring peace. The presence and collaboration of all parties underscore a shared commitment to peace, dialogue, and regional stability.
We hope that the solutions that Prime Minister Anwar just announced will set a condition for moving forward for our bilateral discussion to return to normalcy of the relationship and as a foundation for future de-escalation of forces.
We agree to a ceasefire with assurance myself that it will be carried out successfully in good faith by both sides.
Military commanders from both sides also met to coordinate troop movements and avoid further clashes. They are scheduled to hold a General Border Committee meeting on August 4 in Cambodia to formalize peace mechanisms. Malaysia, the United States and China will help monitor and verify the ceasefire's implementation.
We have to wait and see about that, the composition exactly. But I think it is important to have the international observer to monitor this situation, to monitor this ceasefire agreement.
But will the ceasefire last? The battlefield situation is still very fluid and the sentiments on the ground are still not favorable for a longer-term ceasefire. Going forward, both Thailand and Cambodia would benefit from having external monitors in place. The nationalistic fervor is high and political forces on both sides should desist from exploiting it for personal gain. That only adds to the tension.
And if you look at the social media, you look at the vernacular media, the nationalist sentiments are running high on both sides. This is the most alarming. Nationalist sentiments are running high on both sides, Cambodia and Thailand. In order to manage this nationalist frenzy on both sides, it takes very strong leadership. It takes strong leadership to tell their own people, Cambodians on the Cambodia side, Thailand on the Thai side, that we need this. We need a ceasefire agreement. This is not good for us. It's against our interests in the long term.
Both sides have achieved short-term political goals. Thailand has weakened the Shinawatra dynasty. Cambodia has rallied nationalist support. The US, China and ASEAN continue to exert pressure. While sporadic skirmishes may continue, analysts believe neither side benefits from prolonged fighting. The ceasefire could hold if monitoring mechanisms are enforced and ASEAN and global powers stay engaged. This is the Democratic Republic of the Congo in Central Africa. It is the second largest country in Africa by land. DRC is known for its vast mineral wealth and rich biodiversity. It also holds the second largest rainforest on earth. And in these forests live these amazing animals, gorillas. Democratic Republic of the Congo is home to 3 gorilla subspecies: Western lowland gorillas, Eastern lowland gorillas, and mountain gorillas. All are endangered or critically endangered. For many of us, the imagination of gorillas comes from famous Hollywood movies, films like King Kong or Planet of the Apes. These stories often highlight humanity's complex relationship with the animal kingdom. Now let's look at the real challenges facing these magnificent creatures. Gorillas in the DRC face many serious threats. Their very existence is at risk. One of the biggest threats is habitat loss. Forests are rapidly disappearing. They are cut down for logging. They are cleared for agriculture. As the natural homes shrink, gorillas have less space to live, less area to find food. This forces them into smaller spaces. This leads to more competition for vital resources. Even worse, DRC is opening over half of its land, that is about 124 million hectares, to oil and gas drilling. These new oil blocks include about 64% of remaining intact tropical forest. Many blocks overlap protected areas and key biodiversity zones. An important conservation plan called the Kivu-Kinshasa Green Corridor covers more than 500,000 square kilometers. But according to reports, now 72% of that area overlaps with planned oil blocks. The Kuwait Centrale, the world's largest tropical peatland complex, home to gorillas and storing about 30 billion tons of carbon, is also under threat. An estimated 39 million people live within the area, being sold off for oil. This includes many indigenous peoples and forest-based communities. Their survival depends on healthy forests and rivers. The way of life is now under threat. Beyond oil, illegal mining is another grave concern. Minerals like gold, diamonds, and coltan are extracted. Coltan, for example, is used in our smartphones. These mining operations destroy gorilla habitats. They also open up remote areas. This makes it easier for poachers to access gorilla populations. Poaching is another serious threat. Gorillas are hunted for meat, traditional medicine, or the pet trade. Up to 300 eastern lowland gorillas are killed each year for bush meat. Because gorillas reproduce slowly, even a few deaths can decimate their numbers. Baby gorillas are sometimes taken after their mothers are shot. Many do not survive. Gorillas share over 98% of human DNA. They are vulnerable to human diseases. Even a common cold or flu can kill them. When people come close to gorillas as tourists, rangers, or hunters, the risk of illness spreads. Ebola disease has caused massive gorilla deaths. Between 2002 and 2004, one Ebola outbreak killed about 5,000 gorillas in losses near the Losi Sanctuary and Odzala-Kokua National Park. In some places, 95% of gorillas died. Overall, Ebola may have killed 1/3 of the world's gorilla population. And then, wars and rebel groups make gorilla protection very difficult. Armed groups hide in forests. They block rangers from doing patrols. They hunt, log, and mine. In early 2025, the M23 rebel group took over parts of Kahuzi Biga National Park. Illegal logging escalated. In Virunga National Park, some gorillas were shot to stop investigations into illegal charcoal trade. Forest rangers face threats and many risk their lives. Despite its rich resources like cobalt, diamonds, copper, coltan, DRC remains one of the poorest countries in the world. Economic hardship drives local people and armed groups to exploit forests. Enforcement is weak. Corruption and limited funding reduce forest protection. Outside protected areas, gorilla habitat often has no guards. There is little government control. Still, people and organizations are working to save gorillas. Park rangers patrol every day. They remove snares. They stop illegal logging and poaching. International and local conservation groups support these efforts, help train guards, and work with communities. Community-based programs raise awareness. They help local people find alternatives to hunting or mining. Conservation research monitors gorilla numbers and health. Take, for example, the Herds Project. Life-size animal puppets embarking on a journey across Africa and Europe. This international public art and climate action project began in the DRC's capital, Kinshasa. It symbolizes the animal kingdom's flight from climate disaster.
This project tries to give the public a powerful emotional sense of what's happening to the planet by this journey, by now 20, later 40, later 70 animals from all over West Africa, Morocco, Europe, who are traveling to escape from the damage done to their ecosystem.
They are hunted, captured, and exposed to human diseases. Conflict, mining, oil plants, climate change, and weak enforcement all add danger. The future of gorillas depends on our choices today. With strong protection and careful action, these incredible animals can live on. Let us act now so one day gorillas in the Democratic Republic of the Congo can thrive again. That's all in this edition of Connecting the Dots. We'll see you in the next episode with more raging issues. Until then, it's a goodbye from all of us in the Delhi newsroom. This is Munmun Bhattacharya signing off. Take care and stay safe.